For 1 year, I had been chasing this dream of getting the green light to work on a D&D game, and I got the green light. It was one of the most awe-inspiring, emotionally charged moments of my life, and then it just hit me like a cold shower. Oh my God, we gotta do this now.
What's cool about doing a D&D is that you're kind of inventing it as you go. No one's done a D&D game for a long time, so it opens up a lot of possibilities.
When I was first pitched the D&D game that we were going to make, it was a top-down RPG.
Then we decided to go more action RPG, change the camera to a third-person camera.
It's such a huge undertaking, and it meant that we had to start over from everything that we had done up to that point.
But third-person camera allows us a lot of cool flexibility with how we can see and perceive the world, but on the other hand, it adds a lot of level of complexity.
The biggest challenges that I had was managing all this content with such a small team.
It was a lot of pressure on the team, especially shifting focus meant, as a programmer, trying to come up with the brand new framework on top of Unreal to support this game.
We chose to go third person because we wanted a more intimate experience with the Forgotten Realms. We wanted to really get in there.
So we have to make sure that the animation quality is sustained with that type of camera in the gameplay.
The reason why we stayed third person, because we really wanted to see the characters come to life. We wanted to see them fully rendered, being real total warriors on the battlefield.
The game became more of a fighting game. Just to get more of that action vibe, it makes the game feel bigger.
You don't know why, but you're like, gameplay feels tight. I feel like I'm really fighting and it's intense. You don't know that it's necessarily the camera and the way it's placed and the way it moves, but that's what it does.
There's so much to cover in D&D, it's basically limitless, the amount of permutations that D&D can take. So it would have been impossible for us to try and cover it all.
When you have to take on something that's this big, it's so easy to panic. There's too much stuff.
The piece of advice that we got from the folks at Wizard that was really liberating for us was to make it our own. To be super specific in the way that we're building these characters, the way that we're building the monsters, the way we're building the game, and be true to our creative vision for what we're trying to build.
We tried sticking to what D&D has, but adding our metal twist to it, and it was super fun to do.
The way we make our game ownable in the universe of D&D, I will say, is with all of our little attention to details that we add. Those are really personal to the artists that are working on this game.
As a gamer myself, I try to put myself in the shoes of the players who's gonna play this game and decide whether or not this is an important thing for them.
Everyone feels like they have ownership of D&D, and everyone feels like their way is the right way. And the reality of all that is that everyone's right. There's no real wrong way to play D&D. There's no wrong way to interpret D&D, and that's the beauty of it.